Mike, you're on WMAL.
He's got the same thing to gain that the Communist Party and the Nazi Party has to gain, which is, some publicity or relevancy or something like that. Look, the fact is he's not going to be able to co-opt this. He already made his bed. He chose Larry Summers, and he chose Tim Geithner, and he chose bailing out the banks and allowing these bankers to keep their huge bonuses on the taxpayers' dime.
So the revolution is leaving the station
because Barack Obama has failed as a liberal.
So the revolution
governed as a Republican.
They just keep talking. So the revolution is leaving the station without Barack Obama. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly right.
That's exactly right. So Barack Obama.
I wouldn't call it a revolution. Can I ask you a question? Because I'm trying to make sense of your show. I'm trying to do my best, and all these people are talking about the violent leftists out there.
Yeah.
And then they talk about grabbing their guns. We don't have guns.
That's called self-defense.
Who's talking up on weapons?
Americans are when they see crazy lefties growing a movement with the help of the President of the United States
we were a bunch of hippies
from the White House. No, man, the left is violent, and the left, they're calling for revolution out there in the streets. You've heard of Mike.
Are we hippie pot smokers, or are we violent? And
well, the acid heads and the hippie pot smokers are the cannon fodder for the community organizers who are using them to throw them into the police lines to create the pretext for the revolution, man. I'm just telling you what they're saying, Mike. You know.
And what are the community organizers?
That's what they're saying. The community organizers come from, Van Jones, from the Obama administration. Hang on, I'm not done talking. I'm talking here. And from the unions and Andy Stern, who left the SEIU, but the SEIU is out there. Andy Stern is out there. Van Jones is out there. You've heard me play the audio of the people, long live revolution, long live socialism, that the peaceful revolution of Gandhi won't do, that we need a violent revolution, just like the you know that they're out there, Mike. You can't pretend that you don't know that they're out there. I've been playing the audio. You know that the NBC News is hiding the video from you, these people. But you just said it.
What I saw in 2009 were a whole bunch of open carry rallies by people.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Right here on the beaches of Potomac here in Virginia.
The Potomac?
I attended an open carry rally.
Well, that's not a Tea Party rally. That's a Second Amendment rally. Don't confuse the two.
I said it was an open carry rally.
So what? Who cares? So who cares? So what? That's about a political cause. So what? Conservatives who stand up for the Second Amendment, which is your Second Amendment, your Bill of Rights, by the way. So conservatives who stand up for the Second Amendment and for the Bill of Rights, people who stand up for the Constitution are really worrisome to you. But lefties out here calling for violent, bloody revolution in the streets, led by the President of the United States, by radical, self-described communist and socialist revolutionaries like Van Jones, who is a fair-haired child, even though he's bald, of the Obama administration. That shouldn't be of concern to anybody. When they're calling for blood in the streets, for revolution, for overthrowing the system, then Americans who believe in the Constitution are the ones who we should really be worried about. Right, Mike?
Well, I guess if they were calling for blood in the streets and they had 10,000 people in Times Square, I would have expected to say at least a bloody nose. All I saw were
all you saw on NBC News. I played the audio of the mayhem and the pandemonium and the riots that they create so they can blame the police. And I'm going to play the audio in a couple of minutes of Donnie Deutsch on MSDNC the other day saying that what they're looking for is a Kent State moment.
And who at Kent State? Who shot who at Kent State?
What's the point? What is your point?
Did the leftists shoot anyone? No.
The leftists instigated it. The far right shot people at Kent State? Are you mentally stinking retarded? Are you kidding me? It was the National Guard, you idiot. Now you've crossed a line. It was the National Guard. That's the far right? Are you out of your mind? Are you so ill-informed? Honestly, Mike, that's completely ridiculous. That's a new level of stupid. It was the governor who called out the National Guard because the left was instigating violent riots and trashing places, and they're the ones that instigated it, and it was quite deliberate. Furthermore, turn him down. Furthermore, if you're aware of the history around you, you know that an acoustic analysis of what went on at Kent State revealed just a year ago, or at least very strongly suggested, that there were shots fired at the National Guard before the National Guard fired any shots. The National Guard, just for your information, Mike, doesn't represent the far right or any other political faction faction in the United States of America. They represent law and order in certain cases. When the left brings so many thousands of people into the street that pandemonium reigns supreme, and the governor feels the need to call in the military to calm the situation down. And when Donnie Deutsch on MSDNC is calling for a Kent State moment to galvanize the movement, and I see these rabble-rousers, to be generous, out there, friends of Barack Obama, instigating conflicts with the police while yelling at everybody to get their cameras ready. Of course they're looking for a Kent State moment. I'm sorry, the National Guard represents the far right? That's lunacy even for you. That's crazy talk. And, Mike, when Americans hear people out in the street by the thousands in 250 cities around America, according to Diane Sawyer, and more than 1,000 countries worldwide, and when we've got Van Jones, self-avowed communist revolutionary and friend of the president, out there in the streets organizing mobs and calling for an end of our economic system and radical rebel, when we've got a Democrat governor calling for elections to be called off and Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr. calling for extra constitutional authority to be extended to the president, people are going to get a little worried. Believe it or not, people are going to be concerned about